Hi everybody, welcome back. Cids Modded Life Season 2, Episode 95 with me, Cid, and we have... Let me just get my... get some... Oh, come on, get me some airtime. There we go. We've got the grid down all the way around. Now, at these areas over here, opposite where there's no thing, I put this in. This is my little drop down. We're going to if we continue with another ring further down, this is going to be my graph chute to head straight down. So that is up. There we go. So yeah, a lot more to do. We need some windows. It needs a lot more detailing. That needs a floor. We need to pressurize the area and generally make this, you know, livable. But on the whole, we are more or less there with this, and I must admit I am very happy with the results, and yeah, it's good. There are a few things I would like to try. I will take you with me, I think, just to be on the safe side, and B, put that away, and that away, and that away. Yeah, we'll keep that up. Okay, good, good, good. Right, we are going to head back to home. Oh no, that's not going to help, is it? There we go. Let's try to do the wrong right button. So, I'm going to have a break from working in 0G for a while because it's really, really well executed. The actual experience of working in 0G in that is great. The reality of working in 0G is not so great. It's annoying. We're going to use aerial faceplates to get back up and move around there as well. I've got plans. Oh yes, I have. Now, while I've been working on that, of course, all of this has been chunk loaded, and with a very, if we are lucky, we are back up at 1001, 1.1. Yeah, lots of steel. We have lots of steel. We do have bucket loads of iron still, so we are pretty good. And we have got some generators to build. I'm not going to do all of these generators on camera, purely and simply because it would be tedious. You've seen me do this one. You don't need to see me do it. We'll get the concrete down. The other thing is I need to I need to come up with a way. The hydrate, I don't know why the hydrator is not working on concrete powder, so that is an issue. And this thing here, it's you should be off. There we go. But if I go and take some concrete powder, which I've got a whole 50 blocks of, you should be able to whack that in there and turn it on. Oh, now it's playing. Alright, it wasn't before. It's not very fast either. So I'm wondering whether there's an easier way to do this. Let's turn you back off for a second and we'll get you and you out. And one thing I thought of was we already have a setup made to make obsidian over here. And I think we could put another placer in there, but this time a block placer, and let that do the breaking, because if we put that there, that should, I think, have gone, I don't know whether it went correctly or not actually, but it should have converted over. I don't know whether it converted or not. That's annoying. If it doesn't, I suppose we could always just stick another block breaker here and have that work the same way. It doesn't really have to do much more. Let's just go and check. I suppose is the answer to that. Let me just shut this down. We definitely need a block placer anyway. Using a block breaker like that is no biggie. So I'm just going to run this as well. I wish I could get, well, I can get this to run automatically. I just need to stop obsessing about it. But we're not using it a great deal anyway now. Bang. Right. So if I were to get a placer, you've got auto placer and a block placer. The auto placer is relatively inexpensive. It just requires one of those, and if we put that in there, it will place the sand, place it, and we're good. Okay, so that will work, and they're relatively inexpensive. Now the breaker, auto breaker, that might be interesting. If I take a hopper, make me one please, start. This might, oh, and maybe we can get some black concrete while we're at it. So we've got 17, we've got, it does actually appear to be working there. So we just need to, but we don't need the breaker, I don't think. We could just need the placer. That's good. Well, we want some black concrete anyway. Let me, come here, concrete. Black. Make me much of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that will be enough to fill that. That should be going on with. Good to go. So we'll just quickly sleep before we head over there. And then we need to work out the placement of our blocks in this new world up there. And then we can get the power in. I should also be able to make a... Oh, hello. You really do fancy your chances, don't you, mate? Anybody lurking? I see a spider over there. I don't think I'll... Will I get in first? No, oh, almost. Elevation slightly too high. Right, yeah. Anyway, let's head in here. Shut it down and open and close, and we shall take you. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit awkward because I think we're going to need to boom. Okay, we need to put the fluid placer back down, and that is the wrong way. Still the wrong way. Damn it. Okay, that's not good. I mean, it's a pretty free cobble generator if that's what we wanted. But so do we place you that way? Yeah, and then we need to place your lever back here, and then we can get our auto placer. I'm probably going to want a lever for this guy as well. Come here, you. Well, actually, we don't really need a lever for him because we're just going to pile that in like that. And that works. Screwed, but it works. Let's go and check that that is actually coming through as concrete and not concrete powder. We know... Oh, I did put some concrete powder back in there like an idiot, didn't I? But there isn't any concrete in there though, I don't think. So we should be good. Excellent. Right, let's get rid of you. Torches. Torches. Please. Oh, I can't type. Torches, thank you. That will do me. And we know for a fact that we are going to have a device that looks like this, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3 wide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 14. So if we come over here and go from say here and go 1, 2, 3 wide, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14. So that would be the position of that. Then we'd have a gap, And we would have the solar thing there, then we'd have a gap of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is where the solar tower goes in. And we could shift this back 1. So if we do that, and then that gives us a gap for that, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then your solar tower would go there like so. Then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you'd have another one there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another one there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that's your problem, where yeah, we need to shift it back this way a little bit. I just want to get these placed right before we actually have a problem where they impact on each other. And oh god, oh solar eclipse, I was like, surely it's not nice again already there. Well, first things first, we definitely need to clear a whole load of this out. So that's always seems like a plan. Maybe we should just go and stand on the top of this thing while we wait for the eclipse to finish, because that guy is not a problem. Neither is that fella over there. He's not a problem, because none of them can damage my rather expensive equipment. He's not a problem. Oh come on, that was a yeah, definitely not a problem. If it wasn't much of a problem in the first place. Spider, not a problem. Don't think that'd be good if I'm... Oh, that was close. Oh, that's still close. I think it was close anyway. It looks like it was close. I don't know. What I'm looking for, of course, is what would be a problem. And the person that would be a problem under these circumstances is the green gentleman in the explosive motif, shall we say. And I don't see one anywhere. Always wary of your average creeper when you're dealing with expensive items like this. Alright, so here's the thing. If I were to go... And here's another question, and I don't know the answer to this one. Can this be shared? There is a question in its own right. Right, we need to get you, so you're, let's get this right, so the thing is 2 in front, yeah. Let me just do a little bit of planning, because I'm clearly waffling out loud and not always conducive to the best viewing. So if I do a little bit of planning, then we only need to go there, don't we, I think. And that would just be bringing this one over 1. That would bring you that way 1. You would come down to there and down to there. Yeah, I'll just get this planned out, and just using a few torches to mark everything in place, and we shall, or where we think it's going to be, and then I'll be back with you in a sec. Alright, got the reflector set up now. If I'm right, this will work on both of these solar towers. Obviously we can't do it down there, but that in itself isn't a major issue. But what we do need to do is we need to place underneath here, we need to go and get a quantum tank, and we're going to pop you down. We need a bucket of water and infinite upgrade. Grab a fresh bucket of water. While we're at it, we'll take the last quantum tank and place this in place because it doesn't hurt to do so. And we can again put a bucket of water in and upgrade that. And I don't really need to worry about a bucket of water, but I will have one because it's always handy to have about your person. So that's that. We've then got to make the tower. Now it's going to be half of those. Let me just put that and that back. Half of those. What do we got? Half of those, and half of those, I think. And I did these ones off memory. I am going to need the projector to get this one done, I think. I don't really want to do it without, or not from memory, I should say. So this one will be the same direction as that with the output over here. So we'll pop these out a second. And we shall go in here and we're going to grab some solar tower. And we're going to combine it with that, and you are going to make me, which way around? I need to rotate. I can't, I believe that's the correct way. Yep. So now it's just a matter of build the damn thing and then see if this in fact works the way I think it should, which it'll be good if it, oh hello. No, you shouldn't make any difference, I don't think, because the inputs are to the side, not underneath. It's just connecting up because it can. So that goes there. And then we've got the redstone block. 1, 2, 3, and a 4, and 1, 2, and a 3. Yeah, let me get this in. I'll be back in a mo. So the good news is that is working. We're sharing the solar panel here, panel thing, which is really good. That also means now I can rip out all of this and hope. Well, not all of this. We'll landscape it properly later. But we should now be able to go from here. We can go with a 1. No. From here we go 1, 2, 3, and then all the way down to here. And that will be the turbine 3. So what I need to do now is get a couple of things done. I need to build the second solar tower there to work and get a build up a head of steam. I need to start pulling together turbine 3 stuff. I've noticed there's a mob. Oh, there's a mob on the map here. Oh, he's underground, I think. Oh, yeah, let's have a look. He appears to be directly down. Let's just... Hello. Where did you spawn, my friend? Up here, perhaps? Or down there, maybe? Well... just to ensure that we don't have any future confusion. Don't know whether you recall, but this was a massive great hole we covered over ages ago, in fact. But to avoid oh my god, there are quite a few little spawnable spots down here, aren't they? I'm not too worried if they're miles away, because, you know, it's actually not the end of the world. But what I don't want is mobs being in places where I don't think... Hello. How are you, sir? Where I don't really think they should be. Because, you know, it confuses me when I see mobs on maps that shouldn't be there. Oh, well, I ran out of flight juice. Anyway, let me get the rest of my my bit done, and I will be right back with you. All right, this is making the makings of 2 steam turbines, not the alternators so far. I'm kind of doubting my wisdom of not making the alternators first, but while we are waiting on those, it occurs to me that we can be at least preparing the ground for this heavy investment. Now, how much space did I leave myself around the back there? Just one block? Just one block. Just purely in terms of, you know, steel. I mean, in all seriousness, this is an expensive build. But all being well, once we've finished, our power needs should be sufficiently met that we never really have to worry about them again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then did I go, was it 4 and then in? Yeah, then up like that, okay. So that's going to be the shape of the compound, then we can terraform around that. And yeah. Now when we get to here, the question is, do I want to do this? And I think the answer is probably yeah. I don't see any point in being overly generous with the space here, so we can come straight down and to here and then straight over that way, and we'll, as I say, we'll terraform landscape. I should stop using the word terraforming because it is actually incorrect. We're landscaping, we're not terraforming. Terraforming is making something Earth-like, and you know, given that we are breathing and living normally here, this is already Earth-like, or at least, you know, Minecraft Earth-like anyway. So yeah, how do I want to play this one then? Come in like there. That's about there, yeah, and then across here. Anyway, this is as good a make work as any to pass the time while I wait for all those components to build, because it ain't the fastest thing in the world. It's mainly slowed down by the speed of the press, but there's no, you know, that is if that is a limiting factor, that is a limiting factor. But I need to basically carve out all of this terrain and replace it with this. Back in a moment. All right. It looks like we have the makings of 2 turbines. We don't have the alternators. We'll do those afterwards. I think it would be nice to get each bit in, and we also don't have the piping to connect the things in. Plus, this is not quite done yet either, which we should probably at least try and get this done first. Make sure that we have enough concrete to cover the relevant sections. But yeah, I think we'll be fine. And then of course the other thing, even once we've got the alternators, is we do need to make sure we've got the material to actually build the gargantuan storage for each of these, and that in itself could be quite challenging because that's going to be redstone. So yeah, this is definitely a long-term process. Let me put these here just so we know that that goes there, and then all the way down here. So that is all of that. I've still got a little bit of concrete left, so I might as well just fill in the rest of this. And then we'll get the 2 steam turbines down, and then start to look at the alternators if we have the materials to do so, and then maybe get one of the gargantuan power storage done. I don't think we'll have enough redstone to do 2. I will be very surprised if we have. If we have, happy days, but as I say, I will be very surprised if we have. And there, yeah, so you're going to go like that, and then that's going to come. I'm not too worried about wasting a bit of this material, just because it's relatively easy to make and doubly easy to harden. Now I've set up that little mini machine in the sewage works, so that's always a bonus. But I'll just finish this off, be back in a second. Almost got all the concrete. I think another couple of stacks will handle it, so we'll just set that running in the background. You can forget about that for now. Yeah, there's just a little bit area here to do, which I mean, it does give an interesting shaped compound, so I may change that up a little bit as well, because it's not quite what I was looking for. However, let us clean our inventory, so we are not unclean to do this task, and we can take you, and you, and we shall go into our backpack for the immersive engineering. Cables pipe can go away. We want you, and we want you, and you are going to be on the steam turbine, the steam turbine, and you are going to be at that end. And we are going to quickly just double check. The pipes should be at this short end, I believe. And that is where the steam goes in. It is. So as long as the pipes are at this end, we are fine. So we are not looking at the... Come on. That is the end with the pipes, and that is going to go there. We obviously need to pull out some probably scaffolding to start off with, and we'll just take out all of these, just so we are clear on what we're doing, and then we'll get this made. Pretty much as before. We've got all of the components to make these, so we should be more than adequate in what we've got here. We've got all of these stupidly expensive blocks and time-consuming blocks in a lot of cases. And then we can pop that there, and there. Then we've got the block there. That pipe can come out, well, that can come out, I should say. And then there, and there. We've got a little bit of you going 1, 2, 3. We've got a redstone control block there. We've got this lot going on here and here, and here. Let's just have that out while we're at it. Oh, boom. Oh yeah, I'm like, oh crap, how am I going to get back up there? And then I remembered I could fly. That's a common theme in my life. But this goes like that. We've got some of you, so you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We've got some of this going here and here. And then one of those there, and radiator block there, and there. Done. And we hit the steel on the short side, I believe. I need the hammer for that. Pang, there we go. One down. One to go. Alright, this is starting to look more than a little bit crazy. And we have to now go to the next level and make 2 more alternators. And yeah, so the alternator, let me go and grab that crate. Because it's now empty. That will do for my build box, and we shall go and see if we actually have the necessary materials to make a bunch of alternators, or 2 of them, and B, because these are expensive too, whether we can actually make 2. So I'm going to try for 1 for starters, and then I'll try for a second one if I can. I can always set more steel running and do some building elsewhere to do that. So we need 2 blocks of steel. Let's go and get these. I mean, we got 627 out of 1,000. So let's make this, and actually let me go. Hang on, let's do this in the same way. The 2 blocks of steel are the last thing of 6 there. 8 steel sheet metal, so I need 6 of those. I think that's going to make 2 lots, isn't it? It is, yes, that's fine. 5 HV capacitors. These are relatively straightforward, if I remember right. Well, hang on. Make a block of 1, 2 blocks of lead. 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Blocks of redstone. 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not too bad. That's the HV capacitor. That's the 4th item on the list. Generator blocks. We need. Hang on, let's have a look. How are those steel sheets doing? They are doing okay, and we only needed. We needed 8. Okay, that's that. Then it's just the heavy engineering blocks. We can craft those automatically. 4 generator blocks, 4 high voltage, 6 high voltage coil. High voltage coil is steel and aluminium wire made into a block. They're fairly cheap. So let me get the heavy engineering block done. How many was it? 4. Luckily every craft is 2, so I only need to make. That's actually quite cheap. Off you go. So let me get the generator block and the high voltage block done, because they are, I think the generator block is a little bit more awkward. Generator block is kinetic dynamo. I don't know whether we had any kinetic dynamos in. We have 2. Okay, and we use you to make generator blocks. How many do I need? 8. And they used. Don't suppose I can make those, can I? No, but I can make the coils. If I remember rightly, I've told it how to make those. So, craft me 2 more of those. Start. Let's get that running, and I'll be back in a mo. Alright, well, we've got the alternators. We are just making some pipe. I made a bunch of that, because we need to hook the steam into the turbines and hide that. I've finished the concrete, or I've at least done the concrete as far as it needs to be done in the first instance. that should be hooked in there, and we can then close this off, and you can see a little bit I'm not worried about that I can live with. And then similarly over here, all the way down and round and in like so. And then this gives us a little bit more concrete to work with to kind of rationalize this shape a little bit. I may come back and take it along here, so just so we're like a bit squarer like that, and like this. I think that makes kind of sense. And yeah, we will have hopefully power for days. Obviously the other thing this needs to be is chunk loaded, so that's a thing to bear in mind as well. And same over here. And I say landscaping is needed before we put in the walls. I will probably borrow this wall structure and just cut and paste it around the outside using chisels and bits. That would seem to be the obvious and sensible way to do things. But right now, let us tidy the crap out my inventory again, because oh, nice. Well, would have been. I mean, it's not nice. It's actually quite poor, not overly useful to us. But right now, we want all of that, and then we can go and grab immersive tech alternator. We can craft those together like so. I just want to check. So the section, it's the bit with the steel on it that needs to go here. That's easy enough then. And as before, I would say that was the bit with the steel on it. I believe, because that looks like the output capacitor coils. So let's see, we go here, here and here, and then we've got a generator block there, and there. We've got battery goes in here, here and here. Coil there and there. If this is wrong, we can soon change it round. It's not. We got it right. Good. That's always a bonus. So these will. Oh, that's not right. Too many blocks that are grey and nondescript. This will go in on this side exactly the same as before. Got a couple of those. We've got a couple of those there and there. These two batteries go here and here. Then you've got that and that. Generator block there, there and there, and the steel sheet metal there, there and there. And then presumably we bat it maybe there. And that is already fully charged with 1.2 million RF. Now obviously we need to put the connectors on the end, all of the other bits. I will get those done off camera and labelled up. We also need to define some networks for those to go to, so when we get the actual Giga thing sorted, we shall be good as well. But for now, I just need to make another one of these, so I'll be back in a second. Alright, flux we need more of. Redstone is in reasonable supply, but we may need to go and get more of that anyway. This stuff, to turn into flux, you throw it on a fire. It's nothing fancy, especially with this. We just basically, all I normally do is go and get some netherrack, get myself some stone. So those and those. We should have a flint and steel on us, and then I just go and get a whole bunch of redstone. And find a preferably non-flammable place to do this. I did it out here one and set fire to a tree, so yeah, better to go out the way inside like this, and then you get your netherrack down, and we get our no, try that again. We get that down, we grab our flint and steel, and we basically go and light it, and then it is just Control and Q. It's not biggie, just takes a hot moment. Put it out, that way we don't run any risk of setting things on fire. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So whether we have enough of this stuff to even start on these, we can, let's have a look. We need to make 12 of those, so we're good. And then what we want is, what did I say it was? 6 is 36, isn't it? 36 of those, so we need a little bit more of that to get there, and that's to make one. So I think we've got enough redstone, just haven't got the things, but I think we'll get the power done next episode. What I would like to do is come down here into the vault. I'm going to leave this intact because this can be one power supply for running one thing, not sure what. And I'm going to head this way. We're going to go through this wall, and we are going to put a power room, which we will put one of these in for each of the power systems, basically. So 4 of those, and the gargantuan network, of course. And then we just need to go around and reprogram everything to work the way that I expect it will work. I may actually, I'm thinking here as well, while I'm thinking on this, there is a backlog here. So what we have going on in here is the contents from the bean farm, but coming down from there we have the canola goes into here, and we have the canola seeds are going into here, which are completely empty at the moment, and these are not actually very good at all. What I was thinking is we'll bring these down, we'll put the canola seeds into a quantum storage, so these are always in. This can be then constantly running, and when this is full, and then we'll bring the canola seeds out of quantum storage and into these, so it's just like a buffer zone with a stupid amount of power. And again, we will continue. This does need a little bit of tidying up and work going on it, but I think we can sit there and safely say that that is going to be, hopefully, enough power to last us certainly for the foreseeable future. Sorry about that. Anyway, until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.